Welcome to the Geeks and Greeks podcast, where we bring you the latest and greatest in the world of sports. We couldn't be more thrilled to kick off this exciting journey with all of you. In this podcast, we'll dive into everything from game recaps to news and hot takes. Whether you're a diehard fan or just someone looking to stay in the loop, there's something here for everyone. So grab your favorite team's jersey, settle in with some snacks, and let's get ready for an adrenaline-packed ride through the world of sports. Alright guys, welcome back to an episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast. We are getting closer and closer and closer to the kickoff of the real NFL season, and I can't be more and more happy about it, to be honest. I can't wait.
I know, in the wrestling business, this is what we call the go-home week.
Yeah, very true.
A lot of people have gone home.
Very, very true, because we did get the final cuts of the 53-man roster.
Yep.
A lot of guys will be either out of a job or on the practice squad.
Yeah.
And you know what? Those practice squad guys are part of the unsung heroes of the NFL because we never talk about them. But you know what? I mean, they're still getting paid. They still have to show up every week to practice and everything, because hence practice squad. And you know what? If your team wins Super Bowl, they still get a Super Bowl ring.
And they should.
Yeah, they still get rings.
Yeah.
They still get player rings too. It's not this. It's not like an office ring. They get player rings, same as the rest of the actual 53-man roster.
You know, it was actually cool. There was this lady that used to work at the Eagles, and she was there for like 25, 30 years or whatever. And she retired like 2 seasons before they won the Super Bowl in 2017. And Jeffrey Lurie brought her in and gave her a Super Bowl ring.
Aww.
It was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah, a lot of people get up like in the front office and everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, the practice squad definitely deserve it, because if they're not there, then who are the starters playing against in practice? Like, you can't be as good as you are if you're not going up against somebody in practice every week.
Yeah.
And better an athlete than I ever would have been. You know, like damn.
Yeah, like practice squad still get a Super Bowl ring. They're still part of it. I mean, they're still paid every week too. I mean, obviously not as well. I don't know what they do for the off season.
Yeah.
I don't know how that counts and how all that works for those guys. But like, I mean, that's still a big part of it. And we just never talk about them. You never hear about them. But I mean, a lot of them will get activated for injuries too. I mean, you get injured a lot of times. The guys will get activated off the practice squad to come up to that roster to fill those spots. And sometimes they get signed for the rest of the season to the roster if they play well enough too.
Yeah, but can you imagine being that guy that, like, you're on the practice squad and you got that other job to, like, pay rent, and you get your big call up, so you go in and you, like, throw your apron down on your boss's desk and you're like, I quit. And you walk out like, I'm playing for the Eagles. And then you, like, break your ankle that game. Like, they release you at the end of the season.
Man.
Because you know that happens, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it happens all the time. That's the part of it that really has to suck, though, because there's so many guys that only last for a year or two, and they're not vested, and then they don't have insurance, and if there's any injuries, then they got to go on their own after that.
Yeah. That's rough.
That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
But that moves us into our first section of the podcast, the Out of Bounds.
Hey.
This is where we discuss our interests for the week that have very little or no relation to sports at all. Let's start off with Adam. Adam, what have you been interested in this week?
So, something I started watching this week that actually has to deal with sports, and that is the Netflix documentary on the Jerry Jones and Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, America's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this is one of those things where it's not really about the Cowboys. It's about Jerry Jones and owning the Dallas Cowboys. So it's more about Jerry than it is about the Cowboys. And it's really apparent even by the name of it, because it isn't the name, the Dallas Cowboys isn't even the name. It's The American Gambler and His Cowboys is the name of the documentary.
Yeah.
And so right there, you know what it is about. It's not about the team. It's about Jerry.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you have old players and they set a few things up, but it's like they don't talk about the team leading up to stuff. It's really just about Jerry. And it's interesting in certain points, but this kind of reminds me almost of a combination of like the Last Dance combined with the Vince McMahon WWE documentary, where it was kind of focused on Vince.
Yeah.
They didn't really tell the real story of WWE, you know what I mean? It was more focused on Vince's history of it.
Hopefully less ring boy scandals and lawsuits.
Yeah. I mean, there's some lawsuits because I mean, they go into like a ton of detail about like Jerry's lawsuits in the NFL where he wanted to like have Nike and Pepsi sponsor like the Cowboys and stuff when he was suing the NFL to let him do it, because back then they weren't really doing a lot. They didn't really have a lot of major sponsorships like that, and so Jerry was like suing the NFL to let him have major sponsorships like that. So they go into a lot of depth and detail about that, which again, I don't really care about that. Like, I want to know more about the history of like the team. You know? It's like, so some of it's interesting, but this is really meant to be more about Jerry than it is more about the team itself. So it's got some cool points. It's got some neat things. It's also very Jerry-centric. So if you're going to watch it, go into it knowing that you're going to focus a lot on Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
All right. And Pete, what have you been interested in this week?
So I have been having a lot of stress at work, and when I get stressed out, I go to one of my comfort shows, which is Star Trek. And I recently found out that my 15-year-old child had no idea who the Borg were, and so I have been quickly correcting that. And so I have been taking Casey through a guided tour of the Next Generation and its movies affiliated. I recently watched Star Trek First Contact, which I think is probably my favorite Star Trek movie. And I was very disappointed when I showed Casey Star Wars because they really weren't into it. But there really are two types of people in this world. There's Star Wars people and there's Star Trek people. Casey's definitely a Star Trek person. They've been into it since the second Q showed up on the screen, and it's been a pretty good ride. So we watched Q's original trial of Picard, and then him tossing them out into the Delta Quadrant with the Borg, and then the fight at Wolf 5-9 or whatever it was.
359.
And then Wolf 359, there you go. And the movie. And it was just... Oh, and of course when Picard became Locutus. Yeah. So... it's been fun. I've never skipped around like this. I always watch it in like succession. So it's been a good time watching them so consecutively. But very old show, so nothing new. But it's a comfort show for me.
Nice.
I was to say I can do you one better. I also went down the nostalgia rabbit hole to a show that aired in 1984.
Okay.
Called Night Court.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah.
Night Court.
Now, I absolutely adored Night Court. I would argue that it is one of the best television shows ever made. And I have definitive proof of this because John Larroquette, who played Dan Fielding, he won 4 consecutive Emmys for that show, and the only reason he stopped winning Emmys is because he asked the Emmys to stop considering him for the award.
That's hilarious.
So, I love this show. It has fantastic to go back and watch it because you don't realize how many up-and-coming stars had like one episode in that show just passing through, and that was it. And then there were the people that were already famous that they just came on the show because it was fun. I saw Dick Butkus on there, and I was like,
Yes.
I guess that's sports related. All right.
There you go. So I gotta ask you, do they do the thing with the up and coming celebrities where you're watching an episode and you're like, oh, I know who that person is. That means they're the bad guy.
In Night Court, there's really no bad guy. It's more of who needs help this week, who's in a bad situation and needs some understanding or whatever.
I thought it was like a predecessor to like Law and Order, because that's the way it is with Law and Order now. If you watch it and you recognize the actor that's in it, and it's their like one-off, big Hollywood break, and from here they go on and do like 12 Marvel movies, it's like, yep, that's the bad guy. He killed his dad. You just instantly know who done it.
Best example I can give of this is Michael J. Fox played a runaway teenager in this show, and the judge and the lawyer had to get him to talk to them and tell them who his parents were, who they could contact to help him, and all this. And it was a whole thing. But that was like Michael J. Fox. I think it might have been even before he did Family Ties.
Wow.
But anyways, moving on to the next section of the podcast, we here at the Geeks and Greeks podcast like to do a postseason predictions before week 1. That's how crazy we are around here.
Yeah, last year bit some of us hard. Namely me. It really bit me hard last year.
I was pretty spot on, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm just
you
saying.
beat us. You ran the gamut on us last year. Yeah, my biggest loss last year is I had the Jets winning the AFC East.
I gotta say, I am disappointed in my picks this year. I couldn't stop myself, though. We'll understand later. But I am disappointed in myself.
Well, for this year, we'll start with the honorable mentions. These are the 3 teams of note that we believe will come close to the playoffs, but inevitably will come up short. We'll start with the AFC side. Pete and I picked the Broncos and the Colts. Adam and I have the Dolphins. Pete thought the Steelers, and Adam took the Jaguars and the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny because like the AFC is one of those really weird for me this year because like I feel like the AFC doesn't have really a whole lot of teams that are kind of in that middle ground. I feel like we have a really top tier of teams, and then we've got like the teams that are kind of fit that wild card that are decent. And then we've got just garbage. Like there's like anything in the middle. Like there's no real middle ground,
Yeah.
Like the Colts might be that middle ground, maybe, I don't know. But like other than that, like I just don't know who's that kind of just barely missing it. Like the Raiders might be with Geno, but like my biggest thing with the Raiders is like I don't know who he's throwing to. Like, I don't know, like, I don't trust any of their receivers. Like, they just signed Amari Cooper, like, 2 days ago.
Cooper.
And, like, other than that, you've got Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
I mean, you're asking a lot out of Ashton Genty besides that. Like, the Dolphins, they could make it to me. Like, if Tua can stay healthy, the Dolphins might be a wild card team, but that's a big ask for Tua to stay healthy for the whole season.
Yeah.
Glass cannon.
I mean, my thing with the Steelers is I struggle to bet against Tomlin, but with Aaron Rodgers, like I can't imagine them making the playoffs. So like I bet they're just gonna be like 9-8 and miss the playoffs by like 1 win.
Yeah, like
I have that same guess for the Colts. The Colts are always 500, give or take a game, and now that we're playing odd number of games, it's literally going to be give or take a game.
Yeah, and like I feel like and that's kind of why I have the Colts not looking in because I feel like the Colts are gonna get. I feel like the Colts are gonna get that extra game because I think the Jaguars and Titans are such trash that they'll beat both teams both times they play them. Like, I mean, the Jaguars, again, I don't know any of their receivers, and their receiving core is so bad. Same with their tight end. And, like, their running backs are both hurt all the time. Etienne and Bigsby are hurt all the time every year. So it's like you're down to your third-string running back, and your receivers are, like, some of the worst in the NFL. So it's like, who you throwing it to besides the other team?
Moving on to the NFC side of the fence, Adam and I had the Cardinals, and that's about where our commonalities end, with Adam taking the Cowboys, Packers, and... Oops,
No.
sorry, Pete.
That was me.
Cowboys,
I took
Packers, and Bears. Adam taking Falcons and Vikings, and I had the rest of the NFC West.
Yeah. I had Dallas just missing here solely because of hometown bias. I'm not going to lie. This is where I started to begin to be disappointed in myself because I was going to have Dallas going to the playoffs, but I already had Washington going to the playoffs. And I'm like, our whole division can't go. I mean, New York doesn't count, but like somebody's got to miss the division.
Yeah, like I had, like, and this was hard because I was really, Dallas was legit my last wild card team in, and it was a toss up between Dallas and Atlanta. It really was. Like, I legitimately had to flip a coin because it was a 50-50 shot. And because again, with Dallas, I just don't know what the team's going to be this year. Like, they could be that fringe wild card or a complete abject failure and be a top 5 pick. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to see this year. Like, I don't know
who's going to be healthy and for how long.
Yeah. I mean, the way that Joe Milton's played, if Dak Prescott does get hurt, Milton actually might be pretty decent this year, and we could still make the playoffs. I don't know. But, like, I mean, for me, I mean, the Vikings could still be in play just because even with J.J. McCarthy, with that receiving core they've got, I mean, we saw what Sam Darnold did. You can still be a good team with a mediocre quarterback, which that's all you need in Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll end up talking about the news or not, but you hear that Adam Thielen's back on the Vikings? They signed him today.
I did see that. Yep, they got him back. I mean, he'll be their slot or fourth receiver.
Yeah, something like that.
Because I mean, Addison's out for the first, I think, 4 games because of suspension.
Yeah.
So he might take that number 2 role if they get him in, brought in quick enough and can learn the playbook. But like after Addison comes back, he's at best your number 3 receiver.
Still, I mean, it'll be good to have like such a veteran presence that like is kind of a hometown hero at this point. I mean, maybe not hometown hero, but like this really is a homecoming for him.
Yeah, I mean, he was there with Cousins and when Diggs and when they were really, really good and going on those playoff runs. I mean,
exactly. Yeah, people will be excited.
Yeah, it was neat to see him going back. I mean, it was cool to. I also at the same time, I kind of liked him in Carolina because he had that veteran presence to help a lot of those younger receivers too.
Yeah,
I did also like him in Carolina for that role at the same time because Carolina needs that. They've got a lot of young guys. It's nice to have those veteran guys in that locker room to help those young guys too.
Yeah,
because you need those guys to help develop the rookies and the young guys.
Moving into the AFC division winners, we are pretty conclusive. The only difference being Pete swapped the Bills for the Chiefs for the 2 and 3 spot. The wild cards, we all had the Bengals, and Adam and I agreed that the Chargers, agreed with the Chargers, with the Patriots, Dolphins, Broncos, and Raiders rounding out the AFC wild cards. There we go.
So,
I like the Patriots pick. That's a cool one.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like Drake May's going to do something this year.
I could see it. I was honestly debating with the wild card here. Like, honestly, I could see it Like, the Broncos is what I'm really kind of the highest on.
Yeah.
I was debating about them actually possibly winning the division, but it's like it's Kansas City.
Yeah.
Even with them having still not a great team, because, again, I don't think Kansas City really made their offense that much better. We just saw how they got lucky every year and just kept getting call after call and just would eke out every single game. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that again this year, to be honest with you. So it's like, I can't really bet against Kansas City for that. So it's like Denver at worst is at best probably is going to be the wild card one because of it.
Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of how I felt too. I feel like the division winners are just set in the AFC conference. Like, it's a little bit sad. Like, it doesn't feel like there's any competition there. Like, no offense to the Colts and all, but like all these divisions is like there's one very good team, and then there's some other teams, and then there's the AFC South that all the teams are kind of, the Texans are the best in the AFC South. I don't know.
If Cincinnati had a better defense, Cincinnati would, I think, put up a better fight with Baltimore. The problem is Cincinnati's offense is amazing, but their defense is so garbage that it's not even going to be. It's going to be like watching Indy play back in the 2000s, where it's going to be a gun show. It's going to be a gun show every week because they got to put up 45 points to outscore the 40 they let up.
Right.
In the wild card round, we all agree that the Bills and the Chiefs will advance, but Pete and I have the Bengals taking down the Texans, while Adam has the Texans maintaining their spot over the Broncos.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I just want to see the Texans win a playoff game, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things where I just think the home team has that edge too in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
Joe Burrow's one of those quarterbacks that I feel like should be an elite quarterback, but everybody is in his way. And like, did you not have Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and Mahomes in your conference? Like, you'd probably be the best AFC quarterback, but because those three guys are here,
I think Herbert's going to be in that same thing. It's like we said with Phillip Rivers before.
Yeah,
Phillip Rivers was in that same boat. Him and Burrow, I think, are going to be kind of in there. I think Burrow's going to. I mean, Burrow did get to the Super Bowl though, so I mean, he at least has that.
Yeah,
so he's at least been there once, so we got to at least give him credit for that. But I think all of these guys are going to be in that boat. Like they're all these elite quarterbacks, but they've just got to go through such a slog of incredibly talented quarterbacks all in the same conference. It's almost unfair.
Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of why I have Cincy beating Houston, but not winning in the next round.
Yeah, I mean, if mine had stacked up differently, I probably would have had it differently. But I just think Buffalo just plays so well at home in the playoffs. It's hard, and same with Kansas City. And the Chargers play so poorly in the playoffs. I just don't see Kansas City losing at home to the Chargers in the playoffs. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
In the divisional round, we all have the Ravens advancing to the championship. Adam and I have the Chiefs going with them, while Pete has the Bills over the Chiefs.
Yeah, this is where I think the Chiefs are going to hit their Super Bowl hangover. Like, I think they're just going to sail through the regular season like they always do. And they'll probably have a tough time with the Patriots, but end up working on a win, probably because there'll be a blown call by the referees. And then they'll hit Buffalo, and they won't be able to beat them. I mean, the game will be in Buffalo, assuming my rankings are correct. Mm-hmm. Between the hometown crowd and, Josh Allen, Buffalo team, I don't think they're going to be able to stop them. So I think the Kansas City Chiefs actually lose this game badly, kind of like they lost the Super Bowl badly last year, where they just scored no points in the beginning of the game and just get garbage time points at the end.
But regardless of what team goes up against the Ravens, we all unanimously have the Ravens taking the AFC Championship for the first time since the 2012 season.
Yeah. It's about time, too. Let's get it done.
Yeah, I would love to see Lamar Jackson in the Super Bowl. I want to see it so bad.
Yep.
Jumping over to the NFC side of the fence, we had about a 90% of the teams with the Eagles, Buccaneers, and Rams, but Pete taking the Vikings in the NFC North over the Lions.
Wow.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think the Lions had a lot of instability last year. I think that flows over into this year. I think J.J. McCarthy is better than we expect him to be. Maybe because they don't have tape on him. Maybe because he's a prodigy. Who knows? But I think they take the division this year. Surprise everybody.
You're putting a lot of stock in a game-managing rookie quarterback.
That's okay.
I mean, wow, dude. Like, especially from a guy that didn't play that well in college. Like,
you know I don't pay attention to college. I have no idea how he played in college.
Like, he basically just handed the ball off and, like, that's about it. It was a Jim Harbaugh offense. Like,
that's all Jalen did last year. Yeah. Hand the ball off or
right.
Push forward.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, they did win a championship when he was quarterback. He made some plays when he had to, but, like, and I'm not saying game manager is a bad thing. I'm saying, like, he's one of those guys where he kind of played like Kyle Orton used to play. Like, he would make plays when he had to, and he would basically kind of just hand the ball off. I was not expecting that. That's wow. All right.
Yeah.
They've got the wide receiver weapons to, like I said, to make any quarterback look good. Look at Sam Darnold.
Yep. And that was my other thought. It's like they looked pretty good with Sam Darnold.
Yeah. Who knows? Shit. If he's right, I'm going to be so mad.
For the wild cards, we all agree that the Commanders are right up there, and Adam and I are on the same page with the Cowboys and the Packers, but Pete has a little more faith in the Cardinals than us.
Yeah. I could see the Cardinals. It wouldn't surprise me, and like I said, for me, honestly, it was legitimately a coin toss between the Cowboys and the Falcons. I really think that the Falcons are going to be good this year. I think we're going to see a really big jump from Michael Penix. And it's going to be close between them. And honestly, it was even close between me picking between the Falcons and the Bucks for the division, to be honest. I could see the Falcons even possibly winning that division. Wow. So the first coin toss was even to see who won the division. Then the second one was for that last wild card spot. But, we'll see, because they've got some good weapons in Atlanta. Between Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson is one of the best running backs in the league. They've got a good offensive line there. That defense is looking even better. So, Atlanta may come out and surprise some people. So, we'll see.
All right. In the wild card round, Adam has one of my favorite scenarios with the Eagles and the Cowboys giving us a sequel to Week 1. This is going to be amazing.
I also picked the only real outcome to this too. I'm not having delusions of grandeur on this. Even if it does happen, I don't see the Cowboys winning this.
Yeah.
I also don't see Dak Prescott being healthy by this point either.
Right. Even if he's in the game, I'm not imagining he's playing very well, because he falls apart when it comes to late season football.
Story of the Cowboys since 2000.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. At this point, I don't even know what to do, because it's like you've invested so much money into him, you can't get rid of him.
Yeah.
But it's like,
you can. The Eagles did with Carson Wentz.
Yeah, but who's going to take that contract? It's the biggest contract in the league.
Yeah.
And because at this point, what do you trade him for? A 5th round pick? maybe a sixth. Like, who's taking that?
I mean, how many years in is he?
Like 2 or 3, like maybe 2 years in, 3 years in.
I don't know about a fifth or sixth round. I mean, he's probably worth more than that.
You'd think, but I don't know, man.
His first season is 2016.
Yeah.
So he's what? 9 years.
So yeah, no, he's not. I thought you meant of the big contract. Sorry. Yeah, no,
He's got a
9
good-
years into the league.
Yeah, he's got a good 5 to 6 years of peak play.
Yeah,
You can sacrifice a second round, maybe even a first round on him. I think you can get a first round for him.
I mean, I'll be fair. I mean, if it was this year's draft class coming out, if it's this year, I mean, if it's after this season, I'm perfectly fine moving on from Dak. To be honest with you, like, I'd rather just cut the cord and restart it. To be honest, because I don't see him doing anything anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like, you've already paid CeeDee Lamb. You've already paid, well, you need to be paying Micah Parsons here. Like, you've already got those two dudes locked up. If you've got a good crop of quarterbacks coming out and you can get a good, like, top 10 draft pick and get one of the quarterbacks in this year's draft, I'm cool with cutting bait and just trading them, honestly.
Yeah.
You're not getting better with them.
See Dak Prescott down in Jacksonville.
I don't want Trevor Lawrence, man.
Then in the divisional round, we unanimously have the Eagles going to the championship. Duh. Pete has the Commanders advancing, while Adam and I have the Lions.
I'm kind of surprised that, Adam, you didn't have Washington making it to the divisional round, to be honest with you.
So, I just don't think that Jaden Daniels is going to repeat what he did last year. There's always that sophomore slump. I don't know. It's one of those things where, plus they just traded their starting running back, Brian Robinson. So,
Yeah.
now you've got, technically, I guess the backup is now your starter. Like, I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where it's hard for me to really trust the second year coming off that. I just don't see him being able to recreate what he did last year for me. Now, I mean, obviously, if it happens again, I'll eat my words, but I can't pick it to happen twice in a row. I as much as I want to call it, don't want to call it a fluke. I think it was partially a fluke last year. I mean, don't get me wrong, he played great, but we've never seen a rookie do that before in that kind of condition. So I think Detroit's going to still be really good this year. And feels weird to say I trust Detroit in the playoffs.
It sounds weird in my mouth.
It does. I need to wash something out. Hold on. I trust Detroit in the playoffs.
I'm feeling very reminiscent of Mark Sanchez with him. And if you remember, Sanchez got to the championship the first 2 years and then sucked after that.
Yeah.
And I can kind of see that happening with him. I mean, not necessarily that he's going to suck, but I feel like he's got another chance at making a run. But I think he'll stop in the championship, and then he might not even make the playoffs next year. We'll see.
And I mean, that very well may be. I think the biggest thing for me is a lot of last year depended on him, and I don't know if he can do it twice in a row, especially now that they've got a lot of tape on him and they can plan for him more. So I don't know. We'll see. And I mean, if I'm wrong, that's awesome, and it's even more scary for the NFC East because he's only in his second year. And I mean, and it's also cool because, I mean, they're adding weapons around him. I mean, they went and got Deebo Samuel, so you don't have just Terry McLaurin.
They paid Terry McLaurin, too.
They did. They finally paid Terry McLaurin. You've got Deebo Samuel. I mean, like I said, you just shipped out Brian Robinson, so who knows what the rest of the backfield's going to look like. But, I mean, they're building something out there. I also kind of question that defense because it wasn't great last year. Their secondary wasn't very good, and they didn't really address it this offseason. So we'll see what happens with that.
And then we come to the NFC Championship, where Pete has the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. Adam has
Homer.
the Lions.
I know.
Adam has the Lions going to the Super Bowl. And I have the Eagles defeating the Lions and Eagles going to the Super Bowl.
I mean, again, I feel disappointed in myself. I just don't see anybody beating the Eagles. I mean, we sat the offseason out. Like, we made practically nothing in free agency. Like, the Eagles are sitting back knowing they've run the league. No one's going to touch them this year. They don't even need to change. Like, it's amazing. We won the tush-push fight. Right, we even let some people go. And we're just like, it's fine. Lost Kellen Moore, nobody cares. Like, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Like, I just feel like we go again. And I'm disappointed in myself for not finding a way for them to lose because I feel like I'm going to have my heart broken. But I just don't see it. They're too relaxed. They know they're going to win.
And maybe that's part of the downfall is they're too relaxed about it.
Maybe. I don't know. But you ever seen Jalen Hurts sweat? No one's seen Jalen Hurts sweat. Never. That man is as cool as a cucumber all the goddamn time.
And now we come to the moment of truth.
Hey.
Pete and I both have the Eagles taking their second consecutive Super Bowl over the Ravens. Adam has the Ravens defeating the Lions, giving Lamar Jackson his long-deserved Super Bowl win.
Yup.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for Lamar Jackson. Sorry, it's just not your time.
But at least
you get there.
To go.
Yep, you get to go. Maybe next time you make it, you'll win. I've been there before.
I can see it now. 2026 is Commanders versus Ravens, and Lamar Jackson finally gets his Super Bowl win.
It's because every offensive player in Philadelphia retires at the end of this season.
Dude, like, if the third year this happens to be Commanders versus Ravens, it just would solidify the fact that the NFC runs through the NFC East.
It really would. It really would. I mean, I really find it difficult to argue that we're not the best division in the NFL. And I know there's a lot of bias, but we're so competitive. We have a different winner every year. We're in the Super Bowl all the time. We beat Tom Brady three out of 5 times we played him. We played Tom Brady 5 times in the playoffs. The other side couldn't even throw someone else at us. It was us each time.
And, I mean, half the time, one of us is in the championship.
Uh-huh. If not 2.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's consistency at that.
So I got to throw out, do you think the skill level of the NFC East is the reason the Giants are so bad because they're so demoralized that they can't compete with their own division?
I mean, I'm just saying that the Eagles weren't that great the year that the Giants beat the Patriots. So maybe you got a point. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean...
Or the Giants are a joke.
It's just, I mean, a couple fluke years the Giants actually did it.
Right.
They were the wild card.
Yeah, that is fair. They were wild cards.
They were the wild card both years they won.
That is true.
So it wasn't as if they were like the best team in the division. They just happened to actually make it.
But moving on to the next section of the podcast, a word from our sponsor.
Hey guys, what's up? Before we continue our show, I want to talk to you about our new sponsor, Dubby. Do you ever feel like you need that extra oomph to power through those late night study sessions, clutch those game wins, or finish that epic video edit? I know I do, and I finally found something that actually works without the jitters or the dreaded crash. Let me introduce you to Dubby. That's right, guys. We're partnering with Dubby, and we're seriously hyped. Dubby is our new go-to energy drink, and it is a total game changer. What makes it so different is, first off, and this is huge for me, Dubby has no artificial dyes, plus it's all completely sugar-free. So, you don't get that quick energy spike followed by a massive crash. And the taste is absolutely amazing. Dubby comes with a bunch of different flavors, such as Tiger's Blood, Green Apple, Strawberry Pineapple, plus limited time offers that do go quickly. I'm currently obsessed with the Tiger's Blood myself, but they're all really good. Alright, so how do you get your hands on this stuff? Head on over to dubby.gg and use our code GEEKS10 for 10% off your entire order. That's dubby.gg, dubby.gg. Seriously guys, go give it a try. You won't regret it. We love this product, and I'm sure you will too. It's definitely been a game changer for us, and I'm stoked to be sharing it with the rest of you. Now, let's go ahead and get back to our show.
Moving on to the next section of the podcast, Geeks and Greeks News.
Yeah.
This week saw the 53-man cut down in NFL, which made some serious headlines, one of which was Shiloh Sanders being waived.
Yeah.
Did anyone surprise?
I mean, not really. He was like a 7th round pick / undrafted. I think either 7th round or undrafted, so not really.
Undrafted.
I'm not gonna lie. When this happened, I thought his name was Shador. Who is this person?
Yeah, but I will say I did also hear and read that the Toronto Argonauts have claimed him. So if he does decide to join the CFL, that the Argonauts can sign him.
You know, and I hope he does, because honestly, I think that's a better move than going on practice squad.
Yeah.
And like, who doesn't want to be an Argonaut? I want to be an Argonaut.
They also have claimed if he were to get cut and not stay in the NFL, they've also claimed Shador as well.
Oh, nice. Sander boys playing together.
It'd be kind of cool to see them both playing up in Toronto in the
That
CFL.
would be cool.
I mean, he's not getting cut, but you know.
I could just see that agent. Hey, Shiloh, I have the Argonauts on the phone. What the hell is an Argonaut?
Very popular.
Moving on to the next section, Amari Cooper is a Raider.
My Cooper.
That's the only reason I wanted to do that. Moving on to Kenny Pickett is a Raider.
I mean, good on them for finding a team, I suppose. Neither are moving the needle for me.
I mean, it drops down to their quarterback room to 4, technically, because they also released Huntley.
Yep.
So they've got, I guess, 3 active now? So it's Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and Shador.
Yeah.
Because Watson is still injured.
Yep.
Or just not with the team, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is a Viking.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
Oh, that's why you picked Minnesota to win.
Oh, yeah. Carson Wentz is there, so clearly Minnesota's going to win the division. Makes total sense.
Last team he was on went to the Super Bowl.
I mean...
Lost?
And lost, yeah. And he was on a team that went to the Super Bowl and won, but he wasn't playing.
Still on the team.
So, he was on the team.
But as soon as the Vikings signed Carson Wentz, they immediately shoved Sam Howell out the door to Philadelphia in exchange for a 2026 5th round and a 2027 7th round for Sam Howell and a 2026 6th round.
Yeah. So, a bag of peanuts.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a Shador Sanders, man.
I mean, yeah, it's a Shador Sanders. That's right.
And the final story for the evening, Micah Parsons' contract. All right, now...
I mean, there's no real update yet.
That's the point.
That's the point, is Jerry has lost his mind. He's like... He keeps telling people that they've got 3 years to iron this out. And it's like, no, you don't. This is the end of the road. This is the last year of his contract. You have exercised your 5th year option on this rookie contract. He's a free agent next year.
They can franchise tag him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but this is what the franchise tag is for.
No, I'm sorry. This is not what the franchise tag is for. It is not for holding your players hostage and demanding that they play without a contract. I'm sorry. That is not what it is for. It is for when contract negotiations go long, you franchise tag them to give them a guaranteed amount until you complete it. But when contracts are going this bad, you do not use it to hold them hostage.
I mean, that's what he's going to do. That's what he did to Dak.
I
yeah.
I never thought about him doing that, but yeah, you're right. That's exactly what he's talking about.
It's what he did to Dak. He did the same thing when Dak was holding out for his contract.
If they're going to let,
tagged him.
if they are going to let the franchise tag exist, you have to make that player the highest player in the NFL at that
What they did to
position.
Dak.
But they should. But that's what the franchise tags should be. We'll keep you for another year, but we're going to make sure that no one can pay you higher. You'll be the highest paid player in this position, and that's the only way you should be allowed to use
I don't understand
it.
because I mean, Parsons already was gonna be anyway. Just do it.
Yeah. Wow.
This is what I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why this is so hard. Like, Jerry's mad because his agent is basically saying, you're not going to negotiate the contract without me. And Jerry's like, well, we had a deal. And he's like, not with me, you didn't. that's the whole crux of this whole thing.
Which is ridiculous because Jerry should know better. Like, you've been in this industry for how long, and agents have existed for how long, and, like, you still think you can corner a guy in the locker room and force him to sign papers? Like,
yeah. And the sad part is it wasn't even the locker room. Like, I think he was, if I remember correctly, the story came out that, like, him and Michael were, like, it was like a phone call, and Michael was, like, over in, like, the Middle East or something. He wasn't even in the country when he made the phone call and was talking with them. Like, it was some phone call. It was ridiculous. I'm like, it's like, dude, this isn't going to hold. Like, of course he's going to talk to his agent about it, and the agent's not going to let it hold. You're out of your mind.
he's over there at, like, Crown Jewel on the floor, like, having a conversation with the whole crowd behind him.
And I love the Mickey Mouse power plays that Jerry's using. Like, he's forgetting Micah's name and keeps calling him Michael. And it's
Oh my
like,
god.
dude, aren't you above this?
I mean,
Jerry Jones, so maybe not.
if you should be above this, and so perhaps it's senility. Like,
I mean, he is
maybe,
too.
yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so you think
mean,
he
it's-
legitimately doesn't remember his name, and it's not just the asshole, I don't even remember your name, that's insignificant to me?
No, I definitely think it's the asshole. I don't
Yeah.
remember, but it should be
mean-
senility.
Either way, honestly, it's time for the rest of the NFL to force Jerry out.
This is proof of it. He makes all of the owners look bad. And they need to realize that.
Take over.
Yeah. The biggest problem, though, is that because it's the Cowboys, they make the rest of the NFL so much money. So it's hard to force them out because they are the golden goose team of the NFL.
Yeah, it's fair, but
That's
the next owner will make just as much money.
probably more at this point.
Yeah, probably more. Because he'll probably win a Super Bowl.
I'm blanking on his son's name, but...
Steven.
Yeah, Steven?
Steven.
Yeah.
Jones, yeah.
Let Steven Jones take over. I'm sure he'll
I don't
do
honestly.
just as
I don't
good.
want the Joneses in there anymore. To be honest with you,
Yeah, sell it.
I want the whole family completely divested of this team.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just want to lop them off.
Yes, I want the whole team I want the whole family just completely divested. I want new ownership.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think
Unless
that's
they-
the
unless-
only way they're going to win.
Unless it comes to the stipulation that they are no longer allowed to be the acting general managers of the team.
Yeah. You can be a silent investor and nothing else.
Wow. That'd be
Like-
crazy.
Because, I mean, this is one of those catch-22s where it's like you don't want the owner, you want a new one, but the new owner isn't always going to be a good one. Look what happened with Carolina. David Tepper comes in, and then you have this happening in Carolina. And so it's like, I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, but if you get somebody to actually buy the team, that person is going to be business savvy enough to buy the damn Cowboys. Like,
they got to pony up $11 billion or something like that. To buy
yeah,
the
something
team.
insane. So if they can do that, then I'm sure they can run a football team.
Honestly, at this point, it'd probably be more than that, because just because that's the valuation doesn't mean that's what it's going to sell for.
That's fair.
You're probably going to get Middle East money coming in at this point.
Yeah. Nah.
Because
all right, now
I
I'm
don't
against Siri selling.
Like,
I
yeah,
don't want Middle East money coming
because
in.
I don't know how you get an investor to come in with that kind of money. To be honest with you, that's not.
America's team, sponsored by United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
You're making a hell of a case for Stephen Jones right now.
Yeah, you are, man. I'm sorry to say it.
No, I know, but like I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, obviously, it have to be like a group investment, obviously, with one majority shareholder kind of.
Let
thing.
the Muskrat do it. That'll be fine. He's got enough
Disney?
money.
That's what
Huh?
the Celtics did.
The Muskrat.
Elon Musk, Muskrat.
No.
He's got plenty of money. He just
Yeah, he
stay
does.
away from it.
No.
I mean, he'll fire everyone. That's fine. You guys need everyone
this point-
fired.
He lives
At
in
this point-
Texas. It's perfect.
At this point, if we're gonna have somebody come in, I'd rather have like Steve Ballmer or Steve Cohen come in. Can Bill Gates buy it? Is that an option?
Pretty sure
he's got
Bill
enough
Gates
money.
is trying to give his money away at this point.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think
know.
he wants
can
to buy
give it away to the
anything.
Dallas Cowboys. It's okay.
He can give it to the city of Texas the city of Dallas, and then they can buy the team.
Just the city takes it over.
Yeah, the city takes it over.
Dude, could you imagine the riots and the quote unquote socialism that would happen if the city of Dallas took over the team?
Oh my god. Can you imagine if they held like town halls and like the whole city got to vote on like major decisions? It would be pandemonium.
Oh my god. The city has to vote on what happens in the draft.
I'll tell you what, Dak Prescott never would have been the quarterback. That's for sure.
I don't know if there would be a court. There might not even be a team because they couldn't
They can't decide.
decide on what happens.
That would be such a fickle team. You'd get
Oh
like
my God.
1 year, maybe a year.
Tell you what, Tony Romo wouldn't have lasted more than half a season.
Jessica Simpson would have been banned from the whole damn state.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right. I think we have one last news segment, one last news piece, and that's going to be the engagement of Travis Kelce to Taylor Swift, which was
completely
announced
forgot about
yesterday.
Dude, you guys notice this was announced on Cut Day? Now, I've been previously, it's been told to me that this was 13 days after she appeared on her podcast, so that's really why she did it. But maybe she appeared on the podcast 13 days before Cut Day so that they could announce it on fucking Cut Day. Like, just in case Travis doesn't make the Chiefs, at least Taylor still wants him.
Yeah, like Travis Kelce's really going to get cut, but that'd be hilarious.
I mean, yeah, like, but who announces their engagement on Cut Day? Like, what are you distracting from?
It knows beyond recognition that he's not going to get cut.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to show up to the facility
He doesn't show
for
up
it.
to facilities at all. Yeah.
It's like, I'll just do press conferences. Don't worry about it.
It's like
I realized that
I'm Patrick. I'm the only reliable target Patrick has, so I know I'm safe.
Right.
I realize that several hundred athletes have just had their careers ended. But let's talk about me.
No one was going to talk about me because they knew I was making the team. I found a way to make them talk about me.
No, I gotta say, after a 5-year courting period, I think it's been.
Has it been 5?
It
I
really
thought it
has
was
only
three.
been
It's been a
like
hot minute.
2.
I thought it was 3.
Yeah.
So, however long it's been, good on you guys. Make your parents proud.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Travis already has.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But good for them. I hope they live a very happy and very well-to-do life because, damn,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money getting married to itself.
Yeah, because she's already a billionaire and he's
Uh-huh.
several hundred million.
Yep, that's a lot of money getting married right there.
Millionaires,
gonna be-
billionaires,
I am-
and married.
I'm actually interested to see how much they're going to spend on the wedding. because I bet you it's going to be a fucking insane amount of money.
I mean, maybe. You never really know about some people. Both of them could also be kind of low-key, too.
I mean, I guess, but they haven't really been low-key about their relationship. They're very in your face about it. He goes to her concerts, she comes to his games, like, they're kissing on the football field.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I mean, when she's at the games, though, she's up in the box just hanging out with the rest of, like, the family. Like, it's not like it's not like she's trying to be front and center. They just put her front and center.
It is what it is. This is going to be the halftime show of the Super Bowl. The Kelsey Swift wedding.
Oh, my God. But that would mean the Chiefs don't make the Super Bowl.
It'd be super awkward if the Chiefs don't make the Super Bowl.
Well, it doesn't have to.
No, he can't. You can't play a half of a football game, get married, put your pads back on, and play the second half of a football game. Like that's how it works.
Taking those pads off, he's gonna get married in the pads.
In the pads, he's standing there with his Chiefs uniform on and his like tight grass-stained pants. And she's gonna be wearing like a $10,000 dress, looking like a fucking angel on Earth next to him with like a spotlight that doesn't exist somehow shining on her head. And he's gonna be like, "I'm hot and sweaty. Let's do this."
This gets fitted for like a tux jacket over the pads.
Over the pads. That'd be hilarious.
Very reminiscent of Ocho Cinco's gold jersey over his.
Right? Jesus.
Oh my God.
But that's it for me.
Jesus. Final thoughts, guys. Final thoughts. What do we got?
So there were 2 pay-per-views this last week, if you didn't see. There's so much goddamn wrestling, I can barely keep up, man.
I don't know how you keep up.
I do my best. I don't do much else.
You know, I think at this point, I think I've said it before, I'm kind of glad we don't do our old show anymore, because I don't think I'd have a life.
Yeah, I got it. But, yeah, NXT Heatwave was pretty decent, and AEW Forbidden Door was very good, and ended with a lights out match where they did it proper. They removed all AEW branding, turned the lights off, and then when the lights came back up, AEW is not responsible for what happened. And Darby Allin tried to kill himself. And John Moxley tried to kill Darby Allin, and Gabe Kidd tried to kill Darby Allin, and Wheeler Yuta tried to kill Darby Allin, and then Darby Allin won. So this is a good show.
Was this the show where they had a match with Rod and Todd?
God, yeah. They the entrance they got, it came out to Mbop by Hanson. And their graphics were Slick Nick and Mr. Instant Replay. So funny. For those who don't know, we're talking about the Young Bucks and how they're just being constantly made fun of in the show now, which is amazing. So anyway, go watch some wrestling. There were good pay-per-views this week. That's my final thought.
For the tennis fans, the first round of the U.S. Open is in the books. Second round starts today, and the third round starts this weekend. Sounds like fun. And congratulations to Parker Kligerman, who won the Wawa 250 in Daytona this weekend.
Hey.
The end of the Wawa 250 ended with Nick Sanchez causing a multi-car wreck which took out every racer except the front 6. And once again, Sanchez brings tears to Philly.
Yeah. So does this mean Sanchezing is now also crashing your car?
Taking a dump all over the track.
So what I'm hearing is a bunch of chaos happens at the Wawa.
Yep.
Always, dude. Always.
At the Wawa.
Don't go to Wawa at 2 a.m. I know it's open for 24/7. Just don't go to it at 2 a.m.
So what's more dangerous, the Wawa or the Waffle House?
You know, I've actually never been to a Waffle House, so I can't answer that question.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. And for those of you that are interested in amateur football, we have college football kicking off this weekend.
Hey.
Number one versus number 2, Texas versus Ohio State kicks off this weekend at noon. It's the worst time frame ever to have the number 1 and number 2 teams kick off opening week, the real opening weekend.
What are you talking about, man? You're not talking about midday. People don't want to be inside on their couch when the sun is at its highest and the weather is at its best.
No,
That's not when
Saturday.
people want to be inside.
No, not at all. No, it's terrible for a prime football game like that. But so that's going to be going down this weekend. So before the NFL starts, if you want to get your lackluster football in, check out that college football game, and then come back afterwards, and you can have the real NFL game starting after that. So that'll be it for this week, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Don't forget you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Geeks and Greeks. And you can also reach us by email at geeksandgreeks@365@gmail.com. Until next time, may the coin toss of life ever be in your favor. Later, guys.
See ya.
Peace.